Hi, I'm Steph Montgomery, and this is my demonstration speech. For this speech, I'll be demonstrating how to make my version of guacamole. So my version of guacamole is a little bit different because I don't like tomatoes, and I know a lot of guacamoles have tomatoes in them. Mine is also a little bit lighter version. I got this recipe from a friend about 5 years ago when we were looking for a guacamole that was a little bit healthier, since guacamole in general is not typically a healthy food. Although avocados are high in the good fat, it's still not a good healthy food. So that being said, I'm going to start talking about what's in my guacamole. I use sour cream. Normally I would use light. This just happened to be what I have in the fridge. So normally, like I said, this would be a light sour cream. And then avocado. I'm making this for about 2 servings, so I use 1 avocado for 2 people. It's kind of my rule with it. So an avocado, garlic salt, a small yellow onion, and diced jalapenos. You can use fresh or diced. I learned my lesson the last time I made it to use the diced in the can because the jalapeno juice stays on your hands for a long time, and it really hurts if it gets in your eyes or on your skin or any of that. So we're using diced in a can today. Good rule when you're picking out avocados for this, or really for anything, if you're going to be using the avocado the same day, you want to get something that's ripe, and ripe being, you'll typically see that it's darker, this dense, meaning it's very ripe. A not ripe avocado would be hard or firm, and those are fine too, but you'd want to wait a couple days before using them. So this one is good and ripe. As you can see, it's very, I guess, denty. I don't know, for lack of a better word. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that. I did, for time's sake, cut up some of my other ingredients, but we'll get to that as we go. So for this recipe, like I said, I'm serving 2 people, so I want to use 1 avocado per 2 people. So I cut my avocado the long way, and that's just kind of more so to get a nice even cut, to get it easy to scoop out. And then you're just going to want to cut it in half and scoop the insides out. And usually when it's ripe like this, it comes out very easily. So put it in our bowl here. I have my garbage over here. I'm not like Rachel Ray. I don't use a garbage bowl. I actually use my garbage. So I also forgot to mention I do use lime juice in this, so that's out here too. You can use fresh squeezed. I tend to use this because you get more. Alright, so the next part, we'll scoop the other half of this out. Alright. A secret that I have learned as far as making guacamole, if you don't want it to turn brown, keep the pit in the guacamole. Alright, so I do have a chunk of onion here, but I pre-cut some up so it's a little bit easier. Onions make me cry. I didn't want to do that in this, so I'll dump those in here, and that is about 1 small onion, so about this size. Okay, and then the next ingredient that I put in are these diced jalapenos. I have already opened them, and I'm using about 1/8 of a cup. Okay, and then I do a little bit of fresh or the squeezed lime juice, and that I just kind of guess on that. I guess I would say probably about 1 tablespoon to 2. Alright, and then for the garlic salt, I use about 1 teaspoon. Last ingredient that I'm going to put in here is sour cream. And this kind of acts as a filler. It lightens it up a little bit, but it also does make the dip a little bit thicker. So I'm using 1/2 cup of sour cream. Alright, so there's my 1/2 cup. With guacamole, you kind of want to mash things together, so that's kind of what I'm going to use a fork for. You can use a spoon, but to get the the avocado all mixed, you kind of want to use a fork to mash it. So I use this dip in particular. I've served it on turkey burgers. I use it as a chip dip. You can serve it with vegetables. You can use it pretty much at like a party for any kind of, really serve it with anything, but I think my favorite and my family's favorite is with chips. So that's what I'll be serving it with tonight. So this is what it looks like when it's all mixed up. If you notice, it's a little bit lighter than the normal shade of green. All right, so I'm gonna give a sample to my lovely fiance here, Dan, and my daughter, Brinley. You have the pit in there, so be very careful with that. And my dad, Fred, is also in this, so he's also having the same. So we'll be serving this with chips. All right, guys, let me know what you think. It also goes really well with a margarita, just saying. All right, is a thumbs up?
Very good.
All right, so that concludes my demonstration speech. Again, when you're looking to make an a guacamole, you want to pick an avocado that's ripe if you're making it the same day. Mine is a lighter version, so I typically would use light sour cream. I didn't this time around because I didn't have it, but it is a lighter option. Garlic salt, lime juice, and a fresh onion. Hope you enjoy it if you try to make it.